What is common amongst all these images that you see on your screen? Yes, if you are thinking SEBI, you are correct. SEBI, or the Securities Exchange Board of India, is the capital markets regulator in India. Hello everyone, welcome to ixamBee. In today's video, I am going to talk about making a career with SEBI, the capital markets regulator, and how prestigious a career it can be for you if you start today. I am Prachi Agarwal, the Finance and Management Expert faculty at ixamBee. I am a management professional with over 10 years of corporate experience. I have spent around 5 years in the equity markets with a hedge fund, studying and analyzing and using the various SEBI regulations and the Company Act regulations. And I have spent another 5 years with the credit rating agency CARE Ratings, again analyzing the debt positions of various large and medium corporates in the Indian markets. I have been the finance faculty at ixamBee from the past 4 years and been guiding and mentoring for SEBI Grade A preparation since 2018. If we talk about SEBI, as I have stated before, it is the Indian capital markets regulator, and as that, it regulates the capital markets, the corporate debt markets, the commodity markets, and the derivatives market in India. So what it means to be a regulator is that the major functions of SEBI is to ensure the development and regulation of the securities market, to ensure that the markets are fair, efficient, transparent, there is good corporate governance being followed, and to make sure that the interest of the investors are always protected, whether it is retail investors, foreign investors, institutional investors, non-institutional investors, various kind of investors, and the investment vehicles through which they can invest. So it's a very important organization, and the role has only been growing year by year. One of the points that can state how important the role of SEBI has been and how it has been growing and expanding over the years is the graph here, which relates to the primary markets, one of the aspects of the capital markets, which we also commonly call the IPO market, right? So IPOs, if you see, it is a way to actually raise initial money by various companies from the public. So if we talk about the number of IPOs that have come in the last 4 years, in 2018 it was 25, 17 in 2019, 19 in 2020, and there was a sharp increase to 65 IPOs that came in 2021. So these are calendar years that I am talking about, right? If I talk about the amount of money that they have raised, that also has substantially gone up from almost less than 40,000 crores in 2018 to around 1.31 lakh crores that was raised in 2021. If I talk about the current year 2022 till May 25th, 17 IPOs have already hit the market with a total amount raised to the extent of 45,000 to 43 crores. So huge markets, a lot of money being raised, and following this, there's a lot of retail participation. When I say retail, these are small investors investing up to 2 lakh. Now it has also been raised up to 5 lakh investment if you are using the UPI method or way to invest. So that retail participation is only increasing, and this is in addition to institutional and foreign investors participation that is happening in the economy. So this is from the annual report, the last published annual report of SEBI, which very clearly stated that the turnover in the cash segment of the stock exchanges increased 70% in 2020-21. If we look at the demat accounts are the accounts that are opened to hold your securities in a electronic format. So these accounts have also increased 5.5 crores, and this was a 35 year-on-year increase. And the increase in the number of demat accounts that has happened has majorly happened from the retail investors. So what I also try to hint as is that as protecting the interest of overall of all kind of investors is very important, and when it is about the retail investors, it even increases much more, because small investors should be and need to be protected from any kind of insider trading or any kind of possibility of majority investors taking the benefit and that not trickling down. So the role and the vigilance and the regulation responsibilities of SEBI actually increase even more if there is more and more retail participation coming in. To here talk about the various entities that SEBI regulates. So we did talk about the markets, but there are various entities now that operate in these markets that SEBI also regulates. First are the stock exchanges like your National Stock Exchange and the Bombay Stock Exchange. These are the commodity exchanges like MCX and NCDX. There are depositories with which you actually open your demat account. So there are two depositories, NSDL and CDSL. There are clearing corporations, mutual funds, collective investment schemes, alternate investment funds. So, hedge funds and venture capital funds, they all fall under these categories. They are some of the examples of alternate investment funds. Then there are infrastructure investment trust, commonly known as InvITs, REITs, which are the real estate investment trusts, the foreign portfolio investors, credit rating agencies, and various other market intermediaries like the stockbrokers, investment managers, registrars, transfer agents, research analysts. All of them are regulated by SEBI, and this list is only increasing. For example, now there are accreditation agencies that have been coming in, right? With the gold exchange coming in, the vaulting and the vault managers will also come under the purview of SEBI. So what I'm talking about is that in the last budget speech, the finance minister had indicated that we will come up with a gold exchange also, and SEBI will be the regulator for that. And as a regulator for the gold exchange, it will include the vaulting, assaying, and the gold quality and the delivery standards responsibilities will also fall under SEBI. So in line with that, SEBI has actually come out with a proposed framework and also the SEBI Vault Managers regulation in 2021. These are only some of the indicative glimpses of how SEBI has been growing over the years. Its responsibilities are growing, and therefore there is definitely good requirement of good personnel at SEBI also. SEBI is a young organization, having become the regulator only in 1992, and with less than 1,000 employees as of date. The personnel requirement of SEBI is also likely to grow. If I understand that, we can see a similar trend actually from the vacancies that have come for SEBI Grade A officers over the last 4 years. If we see in 2017, the requirement was very low at 38, with general category at only 24. But from the last 3 recruitment cycles, there has been a consistent number of vacancies coming out for the general stream at 80, and good numbers also coming for other streams like legal, IT, research. So above 100 plus vacancies have been coming up from the last 3 recruitment cycles on a consistent basis by SEBI. This 2022 has not been concluded. The interviews are as of now underway for 2022. So entry is from the grade A level, which is the assistant manager, and you can rise up till the executive director level, and after that the progression includes becoming the whole-time member and the chairman, which these positions are filled by the government on a contractual basis. But this is a very good graph of progression that can happen. If we look at the trend of when the notifications came and how the recruitments have happened. As we stated that there has been consistency coming in, especially from 2018. After that, there has been increase in the vacancies also, and some consistency followed in the pattern in which they are recruiting. In 2018, they had come up in September with the notification, and the process was over by January 2019. Soon after that, they came out with the next year's vacancies with a gap of 1.5 years in 2020 March. However, because of COVID, this recruitment cycle was delayed by a year, and the actual exams took place in January and Feb 2021. So this delay was mostly because of COVID and not because of a delay that happened from part of SEBI. Right. So after 2021, when they concluded within 1 year in 2022, they again came out with the notification, and the process, as I stated, is underway. It will get concluded by July. So the interviews are ongoing as of now, and they will be completed by mid of June, and then in July the results should be out. So if many people say because of these years that SEBI actually recruits in 2 years. Let me please break this myth here. We have to understand the months. In 2018, yes, they had come out with the notification. However, it was towards the end of the year, in the second half of the year, which was in September, right? And once the cycle was completed, they came out with the notification, the next notification in 1.5 years at the starting of March. So they are trying to reduce and bring that to a gap of 1 year consistency. If COVID had not hit, this would have continued the recruitment as process. However, because the exams happened in Jan and Feb 2021, if I see from this level, they have come out with the next vacancies in 2022 and January itself. So now the gap has reduced to 1 year, and given the role and given this gap being bridged from SEBI's end, there is very likely they will continue to recruit in every year at grade A level. That is what my analysis is based on the trend and the pattern that has emerged. So what you need to do to be a SEBI Grade A officer? All you need is an educational qualification side, a master's degree in any discipline. If you have a master's degree in any discipline, it is valid. If at a bachelor's level, then a bachelor's degree in law or engineering would do. Or if you have professional degrees of a CA, CFA, CS or cost accountant, then also you will be eligible. You do not need any work experience to apply and become a SEBI grade officer. And very, very important is the right attitude and a keen sense of learning. If you are ready to understand, because regulator SEBI is very, very dynamic organization, you have to see the nerve of what is happening in the economy, how the financial markets are progressing, and come up with the technological developments and accordingly work in a dynamic situation to be in line with the development in the financial markets and the economy as a whole. So a learning attitude, a keen interest in understanding the nuances of the economy and the financial markets is a very, very important aspect for you to become a SEBI Grade A officer. The selection process is very, very easy and streamlined. That happens in 3 phases. The first phase being qualifying in nature. The second one has a 85% weightage in your final selection. And the third is the interview round, which has a 15%. The phase 1 consists of 2 papers. The first is an aptitude check for including your quant, reasoning, English and GA preparation. And the paper 2 is more specific to the here I am talking about the general stream, and for the general stream you have a holistic understanding of important topics like accounts, finance, costing, companies act, economics and management. As I said, this is very important to have the right attitude and the keen sense of learning. All these subjects actually touch upon the different aspects that can help you work in SEBI as a grade A officer. When it comes to phase 2, again your paper 1 is about descriptive English, which has a 1/3 weightage, and then paper 2 is same as what you gave in phase 1, having understanding of accounts, finance, costing, companies act, economics and management, and it carries a 2/3 weightage. And your interview is done with a panel of 3 to 4 members who then check on your personality and spoken knowledge of the subject matter. At ixamBee, as I stated initially at the beginning of the video, we have been mentoring for SEBI since 2018, since when SEBI has been more consistent in the recruitment at SEBI Grade A level. And in the first year itself, we had one of our students held the All India Rank 2, Miss Santwana Panda, who cleared with AIR 2 in 2018. In 2020, in addition to the general streams, ixamBee started mentoring for all other specialized streams, including legal, research and IT. And we had a total of 34 selections out of 134 total vacancies that were there in 2020. For 2022, of course, the guidance continues at ixamBee. We've already had a very good result for the phase 2 written exam, and for the interviews, our expert panels are already fully involved in conducting mock interviews and guiding students, taking sessions, guidance mentoring sessions for the interview candidates at this stage. Our interview panel includes expert senior faculties like Dr. Sharat Malik, who is ex-CGM SEBI, Dr. Sanjeev Sharma, who is ex-CGM RBI, and Mr. C.P. Mohan, who is ex-CGM NABARD. So from SEBI and other regulatory bodies, we have CGM level experienced panel members and faculties guiding students. We also have subject experts like Sushil Ragleser, who is ex-manager RBI, Arunima Sinha ma'am, who is ex-manager SEBI, Shikha ma'am, who is ex-deputy manager SBI, and myself, Prachi Agarwal. I am the ex-manager at Care Ratings. And specialized faculty like Jayanti ma'am for IT, Vidika ma'am for legal, and Dr. Ritu for Raj Bhasha. We don't stop here. The journey doesn't stop because the learning doesn't stop. As I stated, SEBI is a very, very dynamic organization, and to prepare yourself for a dynamic organization, you cannot be sitting idle and waiting for the notification itself. The preparation should always be ongoing. The learning should always be ongoing, and that is what we believe in at ixamBee, in making careers with 50% faster preparation, because yes, we believe in conceptual knowledge, but also believe in smart preparation, right? So with the expert guidance of people who have actually worked in regulatory bodies or in the financial markets, we are able to give you the apt guidance, mentoring at in the most smart manner. For SEBI, we are not delaying it further. The interview process is definitely on, but we start our preparation for 2023 very soon. Our new batch is starting on the 31st of May. So if you want to enroll, you can also take a benefit of our month-end offer, at which the SEBI courses for various streams are available at a flat 50% discount. So I hope you are ready to build your career at SEBI. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for any upcoming guidance from our channel. Thank you, and wishing you all the best.